Welcome to The Learning Zone with Miss Beachley, Miss Hall, and Miss Bates.
Okay, guys, so today is Wednesday, and we are going to be identifying problem and solution in a story. And this comes from that standard of describing how characters in our story respond to major events and challenges. So if you're following along in these instructional videos with me, you know that today you're going to be doing your phonics practice. You're going to watch this instructional video. You're going to complete your first read of the story, do a respond to reading question, and do 15 minutes of iReady reading practice a day. And just a reminder, all of the things that I have you do, you can also do digitally on the Wonders version, and I'll attach that to make sure you know that. So like I said, we're talking about problems and solutions, and problem and solution comes down to plot. And it tells about, so we have to tell about a problem and give the solutions, or we have to show how that problem is solved or fixed. And I'm going to show you today and model for you what problem and solution would look like using the story that we read this week, the recycling contest. And then you're going to apply that using the story that you're reading today, which is Woodcutter's Gift. So for today's lesson, we are going to be talking about the plot of the story. And when we're looking at the plot, we're thinking about what happened in the story. And we can think about the plot in the story by using a problem and solution mindset, because we're thinking about what happened in the story based off what the characters wanted. That's the problem. And the solution is how the characters solve the problem. And then we also can talk about the steps towards a solution, which is the actions that the characters had to take during the story to solve their problem ultimately. So in order to find the problem of a story, we want to be thinking about what is it that the characters really wanted, or what was motivating the characters. So when you're taking notes about a story, in this box you want to think about what the characters wanted.
The steps towards the solution. So in this box, you can actually number your steps, and you're thinking about the different important events that happened in the story that the people and the characters in the story took to find a solution to their problems. And then at the end of the story, you're typically going to find the solution. What did the characters do to solve the problem that they had?
So let's model what we would do for problem and solution with the story, the recycling contest, which you've read this week and should have already mapped out. So when we're thinking about the problem, we're thinking about what happened in the story. What did the character wanted? Well, Miss Hines wanted the students to recycle more because she noticed that they weren't. So what Miss Hines did when she noticed that the students were not recycling was she decided that she was going to have an assembly. So what we learned was that the assembly was not enough. She realized she had to do more, so she made a contest. When we're doing the steps towards the solution, we also want to think about what other characters were doing. So the students got really competitive and they started recycling as much as they could. And the solution can be really tricky because our ultimate solution we want to think about is the students, and that the students won the contest. But we want to go back to this problem, and we want to remember that our solution is going to go directly to the problem. So Ms. Hines noticed that students were not recycling. So her solution was to have a contest to make the students recycle more. And we can see this through the steps that she took. So these aren't always going to be different events that happens down here, but these are going to be the steps that she takes to find a solution. So the contest made students recycle more. So that is how we would map out problem and solution for the story, the recycling contest. And you can use this to map out problem and solution for any story that you read, including this week's story, The Woodcutter's Gift. So now that you've seen about problem and solution, I want you to go into that first read of The Woodcutter's Gift, and I want you to think about the basic information. What is the story mostly about? And make that graphic organizer for problem and solution. So I want you to be using this graphic organizer so you can really think about what it was that the character really wanted and what was the solution, or how was the problem resolved. And so after you complete that, you're going to work on your respond to reading question of your choice. And don't forget, you should do 15 minutes of iReady reading a day. You can always do extra practice assigned to you on Wonders. You can do things on ABC Mouse. Make sure you're really taking advantage of those resources we've put out there for you. Have a great day, Frontman families. I hope that you're enjoying this beautiful weather, and thank you for following along in this video.